Bravo 10 WA6YOS.
QST. This is a A6DD for the mount table. Ken is replaying on YouTube. So that's good. We got her checked in early. So she will, maybe she'll show up. Good morning. Another sunshiny day out here in the Inland Empire. Temperature is quite mild at the present time, about 70 degrees out. So, let's see what everybody's up to this morning. Let's go to Jen, W6YOS.
AA6DD, WA6YOS, Jim in Westminster. I'm going to look at my equipment here and see that things are jumping appropriately. And here I see moving meters and flashing LEDs. For some reason the car light doesn't sound like this, but I'll have to look into that. Anyway, we had my mom's funeral on Wednesday, so milestone, I guess, that we passed, so it's trying to be just beginning to kind of look forward and put myself back into the routine and so on and so forth as life moves on. I've been playing a little more this last week with this direct receiver and observing 40 meters, because I never really spent too much time on, relative to, because I've always lived in places where there's been lots of noise, and so low bands were never not much of an interest. But it's interesting, the times from the band is really full of signals, and when there's just like one or two. The interesting thing is there's almost no time when I played with this. I'm talking all different hours during the day and evening and very late at night and like 3 in the morning. There's no time hardly when I can't find one discernible signal. It's really quite interesting that there's always somebody out there, at least on this antenna, on this receiver, that can be programmed. So, anyway, still having a little bit of fun with that. But like I say, I got to get more back into my routine, and I am looking forward to the next Southern California Antique Radio Society event, which will be in August at the Fullerton Airport. So I'll let you know more about that as we get a little closer. But that should be fun. All right, Will. See what you and the rest of the guys and girls have today. AA6DD, WA6YOS.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, we'd be definitely interested in the August Fullerton thing. It's still a long ways for me, but close enough. I might try to go there and see everybody. And 40 meters is fascinating. you have a regular FT propagation that shows up there at night. It turns into really a long haul band where you can hear across the country or around the world. During the daytime, it's usually F1 or NDIS capabilities of F1. And that, and then you have ground wave. Ground wave is quite significant on 40 meters. You could well have the ground wave distances that is comparable to direct wave on 6 meters of 20, 30, even 40 miles, depending on your noise levels. So, given the different propagation modes that shows up there, even if you have a shut down band, if somebody's running reasonable power and proper visibility polarization, you can hear them, like I say, 20, 30, 40 miles away on ground wave. Conversely, if you have a lot of ionization in the F1 mode, which then gives you a range of 0 out to, Arizona, Nevada, Northern California, and all of California, with real strong signals during the daytime hours, and that can go into the nighttime hours depending on real strong polarization. If you don't have that, then you have the regular F1 in the daytime. It's going to go out to Northern California, New Mexico, and even Oregon and Washington, Colorado, something of that nature, during the daytime. So you add all that up, and that's what you're experiencing. Any comments, and I'll go on.
Yeah, I've also noticed it's interesting you have to listen long enough to wait for people to talk about where they are. What with people moving around and call signs and so forth, it's interesting. But yeah, I was just, I don't know, I didn't remember from years ago, but I hadn't really listened to it in ages, but I was surprised that almost at any time I could find a signal of some kind to listen to at least one. There's one Mexican signal that seems to be really powerful here. I don't know where the guy is. I haven't listened long enough to him, but boy, when he's on, and I don't even know if he's local. I mean, because it seems to me I did hear some fading on it. So anyway, it's just kind of fun to get into that and explore something that you haven't done before. All right, we'll let you get down the list there, Will. AA6ED, WA6YOS.
Okay, Jim. Well, let's see if Tom's back from his vacation yet. AJ6TP, AA6ED. Gary, WA7VIP.
AA6ED. 60 AMF, WA7VIP, Gary and Duarte. Yeah, I remembered this morning when I just drove to the airport. So I thought I'd check in the net. We had squad meet yesterday, Paramount. And I was going to call you, but wasn't sure if I was going to go. And then at the last minute, I talked to John, and John said he'd go. I said, if you're going, I'm going. And he said, I'm going, I'm not going. So we both showed up. And looks like a reunion there. It's very, very nice. Sounds pretty good. We've been using the walking most of the time, but we did actually walk solo a little bit. So that was very encouraging, nice to see for this report. I'll try to stick around here for the second go around, but if I don't show up, that's I got pulled away on something very well. But yeah, I was thinking to let you know just in case water was coming out or something. Never was, but it's kind of interesting. AA6ED, WA7CRT.
Okay, well, thanks for that report on the swap meet there. All right, it's Don's turn, P6DLP.
The mic is faster than the hand. Good morning, everybody. P6DLP here checking in. Man, I'm not stomping to crestline. Oh man, I gotta get more power. It's still this hazy overcast over here. It's actually it feels really nice. When I got up this morning, I looked out the back door and I said, well, what the heck is this gray stuff? But I'm enjoying it. So not much to report. Crestline is like it was. I can hear Jim just fine. He's about a net 7 into the crestline receiver. And BIP is rattling the squats, but just barely. But I picked that site specifically to reject everything in LA. So the fact that I can hear him means his signal is real good. And let's see, who else was there? Oh, no, nobody else is in there yet. That's it for me. Just working on, I decided to work on some UHF amplifiers yesterday, all solid state ones. So I got 5 on the to-go shelf now. So as soon as something breaks, I just grab one and then head up to the high country and do my thing. Anyway, we'll go from there. Will, K6DLP.
Okay, very, very good, Don. Gary, W6RYO.
Yeah, good morning, all. Gary W6RYO here. And a wonderful Sunday morning to everybody. Missed the Claremont swap meet last meeting, especially if John was going to be there. But we had a little ceremony at our model airplane field. One of our good members passed away a while back, and his family and everybody came out. And we had just a little ceremony and put his ashes on the runway. So he'll always be out there flying with us. So that was that. Other than that, not a lot going on. Not particularly working on anything. Doing a little antenna work on the trailer. I've got a push-up. I think it's like a carbon fiber. Goes up about 40 feet on the back of the trailer. That I've been working on. So we're heading out. I don't know, sometime next month for a week or so. So we'll see how that works, and maybe I'll be on the air. What else? Nothing going on. It's a gorgeous day. Going to take it easy, and I'm sure that. Found it very interesting. I was gone yesterday, but Saturday before. Will, I'm sure you heard the Federal station break in on the 60-meter net. And I found it very interesting that he could come in with a call sign, but he wouldn't give us his name. So I'm kind of curious. He was in Pahrump, I think he said. So that was interesting. He just said he was a Federal station. What else? That's it. I got nothing else going on, so I'll be listening here. AA6DD W6RYO.
Okay, Gary. Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. It actually started The interphasing started almost 6 years ago now. Of the federal stations with amateur on 60 meters for emergency purposes. They first advertised it actually on the web for a while, and there was information that the URL posted. Like I say, maybe it wasn't 6 years ago, but 4 years ago for sure. And so I checked in they're actually Mars stations is what they are. I don't know why they don't call themselves Mars stations, but instead of call themselves federal stations. Those federal stations are more inclusive. There are federal stations that are not Mars stations, I guess. And they tend to run power. They're not limited to the 100 watts that we are for the SEC. And what they do is they call it radio amateur stations. And so I like I say, 4 years ago, I checked in with them when they first started up. And they had three main, at that time, they had three main control stations. One was on the East Coast, and it came on, and they would come on for about an hour. They worked with everybody on the East Coast, and there was one in the middle of the country, came on and worked with everybody in the middle of the country, and they came on the West Coast, and that's when I checked in. I could hear all three. And I know that they were running between, because they stated it on their information page 4 years ago, that they were running between 1,000 and 2,000 watts output. I was a little surprised that they showed up at 10 o'clock West Coast here and told everybody to go to Channel 5 that wanted to check into them. So I did. I went over there and I checked in with them. They ran digital data of some sort of MS-63. Do you have any idea what mode MS-63 is, Gary?
Yeah, no, I know it was weird, but I don't know what mode they were using.
Yeah, no, he stated it. I like you say, they sent two messages. First, and then the amateur stations that could copy it. One said they got one message, and one said they didn't get the other message. And the one up in 7, wherever he was, I think he was in Washington, he copied both. And then they asked me, and I said I had no digital capacity, digital mode capacity. So anyway, that's the story, as I know it. Any comments, Gary, and then I'll go on. No, just find it interesting. Go ahead, pass it around, W6RL. All right, let's go to Dave, WB6JUI. Let's go to Dale, KN6SHI.
Good morning, Will. KN6SHI here in Upland. Yeah, good to hear you out here on another Sunday. Not much going on here today. Got up about 4:30 this morning, and we've been out on the 144-200, hanging out with those guys this morning about 8 o'clock on the net we have every Sunday. And a couple guys from the Lake Isabella and Lone Pine checked in too, Simplex on the flat side. So, but anyways, W6PMD Pat, wave giving a hand to you. And so I told them that I got into listening to 6 meter stuff out here. And anyways, you guys know each other from way back. So, but yeah, yesterday I made a couple of nice contacts on 17 meters into France and into East Africa, the May Islands out there. So, but yeah, the conditions have not been good the last few months, but 17 and 40 was okay. 20's been so-so, but anyway, just happy to get some kind of conditions anywhere I can talk. I, roam through the bands here, especially on the weekends when I'm not working. So, but it's good to hear everybody out there in the group. Top of the Sunday to you, and we're gonna. That's all about it from me today. And everybody have a good day out there. AA6DD KN6SHI.
Okay, Dale, very good. Let's go to Chris, KF6LEX. Dana, N7UFT.
Good morning, Will, and everybody on that. This is Dana, N7UFT. Hey, Will, I want to let you know that AO7 had gone to sleep for a couple of weeks, but it came back a few days ago, strong as ever. I made several contacts, so your bird is still flying high, and I think it gets so well used by everybody that it gets tired and wants to take a break. Other than that, nothing much going on. Just glad to be on the net. Thanks again. N7UFT.
Oh, very good. Oscar 7 still kicking. Well, I'm sure if it gets enough sun, it's a function of how much sun it's getting, whether it can come back on every so often yesterday. My spent eating and misspent use fine. I don't think John might be out there, WKRSO. Rich, W6BRC.
No, I'm actually here, Will. A6DD, W6PRC. Hello to everybody. We're about ready to head out to breakfast, but I was able to hang in long enough to read the mail on you guys and see what's going on. And I appreciated the information on the HF bands there. It's been pretty dead there for the most part, but 40 meters is always good, like it was mentioned there. So anyways, that's about all we got there. The wife is waiting for me out in, or the XYL, I should say, is waiting for me out in the car there. AA6DD at control. This is W6BRC in Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay, Rich, thanks for checking in and have a good breakfast there. Let's see if John is with us, KU6X. Not yet, but one of these days. Any late missed or visitor check-ins, call signs, please.
Well, I do have a minute if you want to go ahead and take me K6YYL here.
Always. Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, thank you. They're late risers today, so I didn't think I was going to be able to get on the net here today, and thank you so much for having all this net for all these many decades. Anyway, I just wanted to give the sunspots and all that solar flux report. And yeah, it's been pretty doldrummy, but I did make a contact into Colorado. I think it was July 5th on 50.125. Anyway, solar flux index 153. The A is 7 and the K is 2.
Okay, well, that's doing good. That's high enough that we're going to get some real interesting stuff on 10 meters as we go into October and November. And so we got some real energy still left out there, it sounds like. Okay, thank you, Kim. Anything else?
I think that's about it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Sunday and a wonderful week ahead.
All right. Let me throw it once more open for any late missed or visitor check-in.
KJ6OLY.
KJ6, go ahead, please.
just had breakfast with Don over here, just hanging out over here at the shack. Beautiful day. I was at the scout meet in Claremont yesterday. I did see the gentleman you guys were talking about. I saw him, John, when he got there, and I didn't know who he was, but he was like a movie star. Everybody was saying hi to him. But it was fun. Enjoyed the scout meet. Nothing else to report, Will. Just hanging out over here at the shack with Mr. Don KJ6OLY Efren over here in Riverside.
Okay, well, very good. I'm glad he's got some company there. We're enjoying the morning with him. Well, just like, John is a phenomenal RF engineer, and so if you got some RF engineering problems, you can ask John, and he will give you either the correct answer or say he doesn't really know the answer to that particular question, which is always refreshing. Just like John would say, if you've got a land mobile answer, yeah, John can give you the correct answer, or he will tell you he doesn't know. Right, John?
I just walked outside, Will. What was that?
No, your friend there was talking about John meeting him, and I was saying, well, he's a phenomenal RF engineer. If you had an RF engineering question, you asked him. And I told him, I said, well, you're sort of like John. If you got a land mobile question, you ask John. Go ahead.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, I saw him last Wednesday, and he looked good. I was really, really happy to see him there, and he got around pretty well by himself with the walker. So I think once his eyes kind of, I guess, calm down, he'll be able to see a lot better and probably do a lot more. But it was nice to see him there, to say the least.
All right, with that, let's go and see if the coffee's on. Jim, WA6YOS.
Yeah, WA6BD in the net, WA6YOS. Jim in Westminster. And I did want to mention one more little thing about 40 meters. This is probably something people know, but I just feel dumb about. But there is a signal on 40 meters. Not the letter A, not the letter N, just equally spaced didahs. And that thing is, moves around the band there. I keep hearing it. I don't know what it is. Maybe everybody else knows but me. Maybe nobody knows. I don't know. But I did want to mention that since I've been playing with the DC receiver, I hear that thing all the time. I always find it somewhere. What else? Yeah, if you can make it out to whoever wants to come, they can make it out to the swap at Fullerton Airport. It's a nice venue. It's easy to get in and out of there, and there's plenty of space, and nice to see people out there. Bring your weird stuff. We'll all move it from one garage to the other over the years, as we have always done. I heard a news report today mentioning, I guess, that vaping among young people has decreased. But the guy who's giving the report also mentioned to try to get the younger people back into vaping. And a lot of these things are foreign things, so they're not regulated so much by the U.S. government rules. Anyway, to get young people back vaping as much as they did, 2 or 3 years ago, they have gotten to the point where they actually have little video game on the vaping devices. To think that these things can be so cheaply made that you can do that just blows me away. But we're in that age, I guess. What can we do? We have the technology, as they used to say on the $6 million man. And so yeah, they wrap around some kind of a little screen or something on these things, or LED array or something. Put their little video game on there. Unbelievable. So, everybody have a good week, and yeah, it's totally dark and overcast over here. Has been all morning, and it's 68 degrees on the patio. So, actually, you know, for middle to late July, I am loving it. It can stay this way the whole rest of the summer as far as I'm concerned. At least down here. If I want sun, I'll drive inland somewhere. Everybody have a good week, and we'll do it again next time. AA6BB, WA6YOS.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, if you want some sunshine, come out here. Come visit. Go sit out under the veranda and drink lemonade. The mass-produced stuff, I look at the function of how much mass production you can do as to what the cost of things are. Ones and twos are $1 billion. A few hundred are millions of dollars. Produce billions of them and they're 10 cents. That's the nature of the scalability. But like you say, I'm also shocked. All right, we'll move on down the list, see what everybody else has. Let's go to Gary, WA7VIP.
Yeah, 88 WA7VIP, Gary. Yeah, just I was about ready to take off, and then I heard Jim. And Jim, yes, I have also heard that signal at AM, whatever it is. And it was easy to spot on KFF. I was sitting out there on the band. I have no idea what that is either, so if anybody figures that out, let us know. And that's it, back to you all. WA6BB,
Okay, I don't know if I should waste everybody's time with the analysis, but historically, 7 to 7.1 was the 40-meter band worldwide. Okay? That's how it was all through the 20th century. We had privileges only in region 2, North and South America. Had privileges between 7.1 and 7.3, where we ran our phone band. All the rest of the world, that was an area that was either used by usually commercial frequencies. The 7.2, the 7.3 had shortwave broadcasting in it. The 7.1, the 7.2 was commercial, which normally means some sort of power dot or digital mode for businesses. We in one ward meeting, we actually lost the entire 40-meter band. I think this is the work of 79. In the work of 79, the proposal was to basically make it all commercial and shortwave period, and the 40-meter band would have gone away. The United States representatives at work put in an addendum to keep the ham ban for Region 2. And asked anybody in Region 2 to join the addendum. And everybody in Region 2 did join the addendum, which saved the 40-meter ban. But it meant the foreign broadcast fans could point their engine in any direction. They did not have to not broadcast in this direction, which had been the previous situation. That's why having organizations and joining places like the ARL, even if you don't give a damn about the magazine or anything else you should do, we have no bands at all on the shortwave spectrum, at least. Probably nowhere else either. No matter whether you politically like something or don't like something. What then happened is we did a great deal of work by the work of a decade later. We proposed, and remember our international organization, who is a correlation of all the ARL site organizations from all the different countries, have no vote, but we have representatives there that went around coordinating things, and we actually make up paperwork for them to make things easy for them. Like a fifth column. And so we were able to expand 40 meters from 7.1 amateur wide to 7.2, but we promoted shortwave broadcast to go above 7.3 and to keep 7.3 and let them have privileges all the way to 7.5, which came out of basically came out of the point-to-point communications, commercial communication spectrum. And by doing that, we were able to expand the ham band. Now, the commercial does still exist from 7.2 to 7.4 for shortwave broadcasting and land mobile. So from 7.2 to 7.3, land mobile is still there on the rest of the world except in Region 2. So if you're listening in there and you hear a something like that, beacon, they're beaconing continuously until they have data to send. They sit there and beacon the commercial stuff down in that spectrum. When they have data to send, they send the data. Otherwise, they're beaconing all the time. And that's why you'll still hear foreign broadcasts between 7.2 and 7.3, though they have the clear spectrum above, so they tend to move above at 7.3 and the 7.2 to 7.5 range, sometimes even above that. So it's a fairly complicated history of what's there and what to expect there and why it's there, where it is in the world, depending on if it's Region 1, 2, or 3. Anyway, that's the end of the short lecture. Where did I? Okay, Don, it's your turn. K6 DLP. Sounds like Don stepped away for a moment. Go ahead, Gary, W6RYO.
Okay. Yep, I'm still here, W6RYO. I'm glad to hear that John was out and about. I'm very happy to hear that. So, anyway, nothing going on. I'm actually just doing some research on the Carla system. It's statewide. Everybody probably knows about it. I just hadn't played with that, but it's a bunch of linked machines. and it covers up into Lake Topaz area and up into Nevada, where I'm going to be in a few weeks. So I'm just looking at that, probably programming them in to see see if I can play with that system while I'm up there. Other than that, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm living a very boring life, and at my age, that's a good way to be, because excited costs too much anymore. Oh, boy. All right. Anyway, like I say, glad to see that John was there and up and about in his walker, and we're going to get him home soon. So let's see. There's nothing else. I'm, out of things to say. So I will wish everybody a great week and have fun. If you can't have fun, it ain't worth being here. AA6DD, W6RYO.
Okay, W6RYO, very good. Let's see if Tim is available. Q6YYO. Okay, let's go to JL, KN6SHI.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting about the 40-meter stuff you were explaining to us. That's cool. Long little history there. Always good listening to you. Yeah, I forgot to mention I did go to the Claremont swap meets. I only live 3 blocks from there. So I've been going out there now for about 5 years, I guess, since I got back in the radios here. But that was a good turnout. And it's good to hear about the Fullerton. I'm going to check that one out too. So, but yeah, it was a good weekend so far. Cool weather. It's up to 75 here in Upland. So, looks like it's good. I don't know how long this weather is going to last, but I'm just going to worry about it today. Anyways, Will, good hearing everybody out there, and everybody have a good rest of their weekend and a week coming up. AA6DD, KN6SHI here, and we'll probably hear you out here tonight, Will. 73.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, I'll catch us on the sideband net this evening at 8:30, 50.150. Dana in 7 UFC.
Hello, everybody. Again, Will, TV and 7 UFC. Yeah, I was curious why I heard foreign radio stations at night on 40 meters, so thanks for that full explanation. I was like, how can they be doing that? And it's super, super powerful, too. So thanks for that. The other question I have, Will, is I'm ready to go into the 100-watt world on 6 meters. Where do you find the 6-meter linear amplifier nowadays?
Okay, your little phase is sorted now. Where do you find what on 6 meters? Give me the question again a couple of times.
Yeah, where do you find a 6-meter amp so I can go from 40 watts to 100 watts?
Oh, 40 watts to 100 watts. There is what can I say? A difficult problem historically that, well, I shouldn't go into the great history of it, but because of the SEC historically trying to shut down CB amplifiers, they wrote rules that made it so you couldn't really make CB at 6-meter amplifiers, except full legal limit versions. And because of that, manufacturers never made any. There was only a Mirage one that was made and a TET one that was made. But those don't exist anymore. So there are no brand new ones as such. You pretty well have to go to full legal limit type amplifiers, at least 500 watt amplifiers, to get an amp. So the only ones out there are some used ones you might find. Otherwise, they're pretty rare and difficult to find. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I've been finding that out myself. Okay, well, I just thought since this was a 6-meter group, I couldn't find a better resource to ask.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if I have any here. I would have to look around and see what I've got. I've traded stuff and sold and giveaway stuff, and so I'm not sure, and sold some stuff, so I'm not sure exactly. But if you want something that puts out about 100 watts with 15 watts of drive or something.
Yeah, because right now both my radios I have, my 7610 and my 991A only do 40 watts. I want to get back in the big leagues with the big guys.
Okay. Yeah, there was a Mirage. I would say look for the Mirage 6-meter amplifiers. They made quite a few of those. There was a Lunar one, Blue Anzio one. Blue Anzio made them at one time, those amplifiers. But the Mirage one, which was first designed by KLM, and then the Mirage version was bought out by MFJ. They produced it for quite some time, but then the MFJ doesn't exist anymore now, and so they should be out there on the used market for not terribly much, but whatever device is in there, you may have a hard time of replacing one. I'm sure I've got one here but I don't know if the finals are any good or whether they're common enough. They may be common enough that you can replace them. In any case, if I do have it, you can just have it to fix it and make it work. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, Will. That's not all I have. I just since I'm in an impaired area, I figure if I can get a little bit more power out, I'll be heard better. So 73, thanks again. 60D and 7 UFD.
Oh yeah, the power will make a big difference here. We will be able to copy it much better if you're trading it out of all the time. All right, with that, do we have any late missed or visitor check-ins? Call signs, please. Anything from anybody?
Hey, Will.
Yes.
You can look into, I don't know if these radios, I'm on a 450D radio. I think it puts out a little bit more power. It puts out more power than most radios.
Yeah, the 450D does right at 100 watts. It's a good radio.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking on now. I don't have the amp on. I'm just running 100 watts on this 450D, but I just wanted to pass that along. And he can also look into the TE system on eBay stuff out there if he doesn't find anything on the amplifiers.
Yeah. I mentioned eBay and find TE and find Mirage finding something used out there is a reasonable possibility. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's just it right there. So, all right, Will, thanks for the info and that's interesting about the commercial stuff out there on the 40 meter stuff. I was wondering how all that got involved there. So, anyways, thanks. You have a good day. AA6DD, KN6SHI.
Okay, Dale. Well, just for you and everybody else can go ahead and take off if you want, but if anybody wants to listen. There's a similar situation with 80 meters. It's still true. The 80 meter hand band worldwide is only from 3.5 megs to 3.8 megs. That's it. That spectrum is amateur worldwide. The next 100 kcs from 3.8 megs to 3.9 megs is land mobile in many places in the world. Okay? So that's why as an extra class, you could go below 3.8 on phone and then you can talk on phone anywhere in the world. You go above 3.8, where the advanced and general class is. General class hasn't started yet, but where it used to. You will hear land mobile come on, especially in Africa. And then 3.9 to 4.0 is foreign broadcast. In many places in the world, you'll hear foreign broadcast stations in there late at night as it propagates in, because it's not. And I've heard some hams who are ignorant. And it's kind of pathetic. These guys sometimes have been on forever. There are some of them old timers, and they'll be on like 3.880 or something, okay, and they're talking. And it's late at night, and these guys are going back and forth, and all of a sudden a land mobile station from Africa comes on, and you hear Baldock, and then it goes away. And it's testing. You see what I'm saying? They're looking for their own propagation being open. And this guy, some guy will say, "Oh, that station is interfering with this," blah blah, and they get all upset, and it just comes on the later. And they're testing for the past. And oh, that station's back on, jamming us again, blah blah. And they say it's like a ham radio station with jamming them. And you sit there and scratch your head of how ignorant these people are. They've been on the spectrum for 20 friggin' years and they don't understand it. Go ahead.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. Anyways, that's the, again, you gotta know what's in Region 1 and Region 2 and Region 3 and what the rules are. Now, once you get to 20 meters and above, each hand band is worldwide, and 20 meters and above, but it's not that way on 40 or 80, or for that matter, even on 160. You have to be aware of what the rules are in Region 1 and Region 3. Anyway, that's the story. So now you're educated about it, Dale.
Yeah, a little bit sinks in all the time. It's like reading a book, Just got to process a little bit at a time here. So, all right, Will, thanks for sharing stuff out here, and you have a good day out there. Okay, N6SHI, back to you.
630 is could have been asked to do his line and 50.300 and so it up.
Hey, Will.
Yes, Dale.
Yeah, this is Dina. Quick question. I'm trying to find that 450D. Is that gate-proof?
Okay, repeat again, please. The question, you're trying to find what?
Yeah, the radio that was just mentioned by that gentleman, 450D. What, is that a gate-proof radio? So I looked up one on eBay, and it's only 50 watts, not 100.
Oh, the Fox Tango 450 Delta is an HF and 6-meter radio. It was a bargain basement transceiver, the best radio they made that did everything. It's really, I wish they hadn't quit producing it. It's kind of been replaced with the Fox Tango 680 now. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because I see one on eBay right now, but it only says 50 watts and it says modified.
No, the Delta version, the 450 Delta version should do about 100 watts out.
Okay. Well, appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen, and have a great weekend. And 7NC, 70.
Yeah, they kept upgrading it. The very first versions were kind of, the display didn't work very well. It wasn't very bright. And so they kept upgrading it, and by the time they got to the 450 Delta version, and they used it for a long time, it was good. Now, maybe that one has a problem, but it should be able to key down on FM and do, at least 90 watts key down on 6 meters and 152.6. And yeah, one of those on the used market shouldn't go for very much. and they're fine transmitters. They have good selectivity, good performance. Can be used mobile or portable. And I like that. I like the form of it. It's not swooshed down to the mobile radio. So for me, it's fine for mobile. I don't care. But because it has all the knobs in front that you can push and pull and do whatever you want. It doesn't, it's just it's easy to use, that's the one thing.
Yeah, I do. And I just noticed on eBay that it's been modified for 50 watts. Output was originally 100 watts. So for whatever reason, this guy dumbed it down.
Yeah, well, maybe the driver is weak or something.
Okay, well, I'll be on the lookout for another one, but I don't want to have to figure out how to read those up at 100 watts. So thanks again. I intend to get on 100 watts, 6 meters one of these days.
All right, well, let me say, come by and do it sometime, and I'll ramble through my stuff and see what I can find that you can repair and fix and get on.
Okay, sounds good. I'm getting a lot of weird electrical interference there for whatever reason. Thanks again, Will. AA6PD and 7EFC.
All right, AA6PD, 142SY.
Wait, I have to be the one to hold you up again. AA6DD, K6YYL. Okay, very good, Will. I might have a little bit of time to throw some CQs out on 50.125 in a bit. So, hey, thanks, Will, again for another fun net, and always a pleasure.
Okay, Kim, we'll catch you on 50.125 side then, whenever you get there.
All right, 7-3 from Kilo 6 Yankee Lima, Delta Mike 14.
Hey, Kim, Dana, and 7UC. Do you copy me?
I hear you, Dana. Go ahead.
So are you remote today somewhere, or are you home?
I'm home right now.
Okay, I wonder if I'll be able to hear you in 50.125 from your house.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll see. I may switch over there pretty quickly, and I was live streaming here on my YouTube channel, so you can listen to how you sound. If you go back, you can hear the replay. It's live streaming right now still.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Kim. Good to hear from you, and hopefully I'll be able to get you. 73 and 7UFT.
Oh, thanks, Dana, and 7UFT, K6YL. Yeah, like I said, I'm live streaming, so you can't rewind it while it's live streaming still, but once it's finished, you can, replay it and everything and find yourself. So, all right, thank you, Dana. 7-3 from Kilo 6 Yankee Lima.